Hey, Rob Smith here. I'm live. I'm live. I am, at least for the next 5 minutes. Who knows what may happen after that? Oh, look, you can see my computer. Oh, let's come back. Looks like I'm back. Oh, wait, see something. Somebody wrote, Alice Reed. Hello, Alice Reed. Where are you located? You can tell. Go ahead. If you're on the lam from the police, that's okay. I won't say a word to anyone. Just excuse me while I make a quick phone call. No, I won't tell anyone. It's a deep, dark secret. It might as well be upstate New York. Hold on, let me try to get. Oops. All right, what am I going to draw? Well, upstate New York. I have friends from there. Friends in Rochester. Bippy Boyer is a great caricaturist up that way. He wears a beanie hat, much like this, and he draws caricatures. He's also a bit of an ambassador for Rochester. He has a lot of stuff with the Rotary Club and all over there. Great, great guy. He's got a big shock of hair. He's a bit older, right between Rochester and Syracuse. I almost went to Syracuse. I wonder how my life would have been if I'd gone to Syracuse University. Baby's got a great big smile. Married to Cindy Boyer. I make him look a lot younger than he is. He's 65 or 66, somewhere in there. But you'll see him drawing caricatures around Rochester. It's actually not a bad drawing of him, so I'm shocked. I've lost. It was almost a month now that all my Facebook pages were canceled out, and it looks like I was hacked, as was my Spotify, podcast, and my Twitter accounts. So I haven't heard from a lot of folks, and Bippy's one of those. But Bippy's a really, really good guy. He really is a genuine, good, kind soul. He really tries to do what's best for his community, and he really works hard for Rochester. He often takes pictures of that clock building downtown. Then my friend Jennifer Huber, she's actually lives here in Florida, but she's from up there around somewhere. She's a big Buffalo Bills fan. Football, don't ask me, don't know anything about it. But she was just up there a couple weeks ago, and then she just got evacuated here during the hurricane fiasco. She was trying to drive. She lives over in Charlotte County. She works for FP&L, but she was trying to escape and taking her dog, and you can find her. She's also known as Solo Travel Girl. Solo Travel Girl. She's taking her dog and her cats to Miami. Not an easy task to do and I don't know why she took Alligator Alley. It's not a good idea. I know she knows Florida well. She doesn't know it quite as well as I do, but I think she knows it well enough that was not the way to go. So she got stuck on the highway with like a billion people trying to cross Alligator Alley from Collier County, Lee County, Sarasota County, etc. I don't know if Dave pays any attention to football, but he might. There's Andrea Kaczynski. Tomorrow is Jacob's birthday. And I'm trying to figure out why. Now, I just gave a football uniform, a collared. I'm thinking of Bippy. I'll have to somehow attach Bippy to this. He'll find it funny that we're talking about him. But, oh, it's been fun. I've actually been on the phone about a whole bunch of projects. Just was on the phone with my dear friend Marguerite Kavanaugh, who I usually have Banana Split with on the 11th of October, but won't be this time. Not sure when I'm going to actually get together with Marguerite. Marguerite's doing okay. She's held out the storm over in on top of the world retirement community over in Ocala. Let's see. Jennifer's dog Be funny if Jennifer suddenly popped in here. I don't know if she used to come on the live sometimes over on Facebook. So weird not having Facebook. Marguerite didn't know I was off Facebook. She's not on there that often. Jennifer's dog is oh, suddenly I can't think of the name of the dog. I'm gonna say Roquefort. No, it's like Rochester. I wonder if that's why the dog's name is like Rochester. That makes sense, doesn't it? Suddenly I realize. Can't think of the name of that dog. Yes. See, Alice got to miss all that. She's in upstate New York. She didn't want to join us. Fine, be that way. Can't believe I can't think of Jennifer's dog's name. It's real distinct, but it's like Rochester. I never thought of the connection before. Yeah, she was just at a Bills game 2 weeks ago. Or maybe was she there just last weekend? It was a quick fly up and fly back. I was trying to get a hold of our friend Trisha Kirby over in Clearwater. Have not heard anything from her. I don't know what her situation is. But knowing that she's got a lot of kitties. Okay, we'll draw some kitties then. You see how this works, Alice? People just start, write things, chat, and I just start drawing whatever it is comes up. I think I want to just create a story in the end of whatever it is I draw. So Jennifer was driving with her dog, her big old dog, and I think 3 cats across Alligator Alley. Got stuck. I don't know where she is in Miami. You just don't drive to Miami. I guess she made a reservation somewhere. I know our friend Sarah Hardy. Now Sarah's not joined. She joined us on Facebook too. She hasn't been over here, I think. But Sarah was staying in a hotel overnight, for 2 nights, I think. She actually booked it last week, so maybe Jennifer would have done something like that too, probably. I don't think Jennifer knows I don't have a Facebook page. If you see Solo Travel Girl and see a cartoon of a happy-go-lucky lady, I did that, Jennifer. Are you following, Alice? Are you following when the Bills games are? Was that last week or the week before? What's that picture of what are you using for an avatar? Is that a dog? Can't tell. Actually, I should draw this a little better here. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit more. Here we go. Because she should have. If Jennifer should just stay there. I was going to share some things I found. I moved to, because the storage room might have gotten flooded. I brought a whole ton of stuff. I'm guessing that Dennis may and Hope may join us, but I found I had these in a box. I have a bunch of stuff. These are little, so I can show them here. These are Lost in Space. I was not a fan. I don't like space stuff, but I have these two. I got one from KB Toys for $5. This was $6, but I'm guessing I don't know what I paid for it. Anyway, this is a talking keychain of the robot from Lost in Space. Now it says "Try me." I've had this for 20 odd years. It doesn't work right now, but isn't that neat? What's funny is they're so similar. This is a Johnny Lightning from the same time period. I think this is from 97. This is from 98. This has a film clip. What are you supposed to do with it? You don't know. Anyway, that's very nice, but they look just nearly identical. But funny. The things I'm finding. I'm hoping our friend Melissa joins us, because I found a bunch of Edgewater High School things I can't. This is a I went to Edgewater High School in Orlando, and this is actually, we used to have ribbons. I don't know if was this in New York too? Oh, it's a Boston Terrier with a Viking helmet. So are you a Vikings fan or a Bills fan? See, I do know a little bit about football. I do know something. Anyway, exterminate the Eagles. Again, here's another football thing. Look at how football is becoming a theme here. But this is for the opposite team. I found all this Edgewater Eagle stuff, including a light. I don't know where the heck I got this from, but it was all in a bag, a red bag, which is the color of the Eagle, Edgewater Eagles, my high school. But I don't know. This is for Boone High School. That would have been against us. I don't know where that came from. But you start going through boxes and containers. I hope to give DJ and Dennis. I've suddenly turned one person into two. Two containers tomorrow. We're going to meet up tomorrow. We're going to work on trying to get that storage room being a little bit more. He's going to give me a hand, I think. But I've got so much I keep finding. If Missy comes in here, she's going to be awfully surprised I'm doing a sports thing. What's the name of Jennifer's dog? It's got a big black patch back here. I think it does. I don't know what color. I'm just going to make the tail black for storytelling purposes only. Well, let's really make this. I was talking to Billy Morgan over there in Orlando here. I've got a bunch of, here. I think, did I ink this? I inked this here. This is the Billy the Swan picture I inked. I've got to get this digitally colored as quick as I can. I'm going to try to get 2 more pictures done. So I hope to have maybe 1 or 2 of those penciled for tomorrow and inking them here, which will be one of the Orlando Christmas Star and another one involving Santa and his reindeer. All right, first thing I used to teach artwork cartooning, and I stopped because there's really no business in it. If you want to do it for fun, but there's no reason otherwise to do it. There's just no market. I'm amazed how I started 45 years ago and how the market is it's just gone to the ground. Young people, as I point out, parents in the last 20, 30 years have stopped bringing newspapers, less and less as each decade go by, stop bringing newspapers home to their children so the children could open up the comic section to know what a comic strip is. I learned this the hard way about 10 years ago, 12 years ago, at a Boys and Girls Club where I was talking about comic strips and nobody knew what I was talking about. To them, cartooning is animation. So the jobs involving cartooning have basically fallen off. There's just nothing. Most computer stuff's being done by computer. Even my political cartoon colleagues, that's why I stopped, because there's just no work. It's not worth the hassle and effort. It's a mess. But if you just want to learn cartooning for cartooning, I'm a big fan. I used to have these books handy when I was in the other house. I don't anymore. It's a book called Cartooning the Hidden Figure by... oh my gosh. I did put some cartooning books over here, didn't I? Or did I? Well, I guess I didn't do that neither. I wonder where those books are. They're not here. Let's stick to your Donna. That's not going to do you much good. Drawing in ink. I don't. Hirschfeld doesn't help anybody. Let's see. Hold on a second. I'm going to wheel the chair back here. Oh my goodness. You're not supposed to use a chair to do what I just did, but that's what. Hold on. Let me see if I can find. Why can't he has two books? He has Cartooning the Hidden Figure and then Drawing Animals. I recommend both those books. I'm picky too because I teach. Cartooning the Head. There it is. Jack Hamm. Hamm. He also has Drawing the Hidden Figure, but Cartooning the Hidden Figure is what I'm talking about. If you want to draw figures or learn, I would suggest starting off with George Bridgman's books. These are all inexpensive books. You should be able. I'm seeing here, ABE Books has a Cartooning the Hidden Figure for $3.97. ABE Books. Actually, that's an antiquarian book site. Not really for folks who are just buying books. Is for usually, but you never know. These books can be cheaper. Amazon's got one for $15.81. But go give it to ABE. ABE is going to help support a book independent bookseller more likely. But the How to Draw Animals, I think, is also very good that Ham has. And if you really want to learn anatomy and drawing the figure, that's a whole nother ball game. But it is important to understand how to draw things realistically before you cartoon them. I try to keep up with the comics stuff. So occasionally things will pop up, and I try to read comics occasionally. I just can't stand what's being done. And a little My Little Pony thing came up. I thought, oh, I love little cute things. I mean, I got tons of them. In fact, I just pulled out more of my little golden books. Here's a little collection of one of my very favorite artists, Richard Scarry. And this is a little collection of Richard Scarry's books he did for little golden books before he started his very popular biggest town, or what the heck are they called? Greatest. Actually, I've got one of those handy here. Before the Valley Girl thing of putting the word ever behind every title, everything said, this he was doing it first with best storybook ever, biggest town ever, biggest whatever. But Scary's just outstanding. But anyway, I've been pulling out a lot of stuff. I need to find my copies of those because I should have those handier. I used to. I don't now. I'm sorry, I'm not seeing. I got myself off the chat. Hello, Dennis. Yeah, so look up a cartoon. Oh, here, let me do it this way. Why don't I really? Here we go. $3.97. I don't know what their mail out rate is. Actually, Dennis, I need to. Oh, here's other copies, much more expensive. But watch out for their mailing rate. It could be really. You don't see it. Hey, there's also How to Draw. Fun with a picture. Listen, the best teacher is Andrew Loomis. Yes, everything looks dated. In fact, Cartoon the Hidden Figure will look dated to you too. But I tell you, if you will learn techniques that are just out of this world. They're just outstanding. Now, how can they don't really have a share thing here? Hold on. But you know what, Dennis? I have extra. Here, I'm just gonna. Hopefully, this gets across. Let's see if this copy. Bing, paste. Oh, it's too many. Oh, for heaven's sakes, it's too many letters. You believe that? Hold. Let me see if I do tiny URL. Tiny. Now you get me upset. I can't get this done. I have this cartoon that had figures. I have extra copies of that. So those are other things I may be passing to you, Dennis. Okay, go away. I just want to do this. And come on, paste. Why don't you let me? Oh, here, paste. Good. And verify you're a human. Okay, there it is. Ha ha ha. I hope this works. I don't know why they don't have a way to share. That's so stupid. Should have a way to share. And enter. There you go. Let's see if that actually works. I'm checking. Yeah, I am no longer available. Thanks. I didn't buy it. I'll recheck it. Yep, it's still there. Actually, Dennis, you should check ABE Books because you may want to put some of the books I send your way over here. Now, all right, so there is no way to share this. Save for later, second sale, view the seller's other items. There's got to be a way. Come on, guys. Oh, for heaven's sakes. Why would you not have a way? Yes, this is a sales site. You want to have ways to share things. Oh, this is unbelievable. It's outrageous. How can I do this? Now I'm being challenged, and I'm stubborn, and I admit it. They have no way to share this thing. I cannot believe it. I cannot figure this out. And the link I sent you doesn't work. It's outrageous. That's angers me to no end. That's just unbelievable. Try to go into seller other item and maybe you can look for it. Look at all the stuff they have. How many books does he have? I guess you do okay, he only has 3 pages. So all right, that looks easier. Copy here. Maybe this sets. Hold on, try and paste and go. All right, that gets to the person's page, at least. That works. I'm trying to see what I'm trying to find this book for because $3.97. That's a good deal, real good deal. Oh, it's in here. He's only got 3 pages. It's in one of these pages, I guess. I want to make sure I'm not steering you to something that's not there. Why on earth? That's something good that I saw about eBay is that you can't share pages at least. I got a lot of stuff here. A Garfield book. Not a fan of Garfield. Oops. You're a wolf. I don't see it now. I'll give up here soon. This is work I did when I was in government. I did a lot. You need to find something? I'll find it. Of course, you could go get. I don't see it now. Maybe it's a false lead. Maybe it is something that's sold and they just haven't taken it off. Could be. Now I can't find. Okay. Well, whatever. Hello, Mao Deegan. I'm sorry, I got off track here. Trying to find so Cartooning the Hand Figure by Jack Hamm. I think that is an outstanding book. It's not overly expensive. It's fun. Yes, you're going to think this is too outdated. It's not. If you know how to draw, nothing's ever outdated. Or if you want to learn how to draw, and I think his step-by-step is incredibly important. And I love that he has a whole bunch of different styles. It's not just his style, there are other styles. Because we're not all going to draw the same. We're going to draw differently. And I think too many people today, I hope people get tired of it, they're all drawing the exact same way. I guess I should give him numbers. I don't know. How old is he? I'm going to put 65 here. I don't know how old he is. And I really don't recommend starting with a pen like this. Here's a flare pen. Don't start with a flare pen. I can. I've been doing this for 45 years. I can make a ballpoint pen have thick and thin lines if I want to. But that's not easy to do. I'll be the first to tell you. And I certainly admit most cartooning is being done on a computer pad these days. People don't have trouble believing I'm doing this like this with a pen on just paper. Seems nearly impossible. But and now Mao, are you still here, Mao? Mao? There's kitties. Oh, I should draw tails on the kitties. I think I said he had 3. I don't know how many kitties she has. I think it's 3. Maybe it's 2. I know I draw a lot of cutesy stuff. Some people love it when I don't draw. Maybe I should draw a dragon. It's been a while since I've drawn a dragon. I do like drawing dragons. They're fun. Hello, Mao. Meow, meow. Where are you located, Mao? Because both um, Voice of Hope and River Dragon are here in Florida. And Alice is in upstate New York. And I'm in Florida. I'm what's known as a cracker. Florida cracker, born and raised. Oops, need to have a tail. I made that look too human. Uh-oh, Mal got quiet. So there we are. So the fun for me is just to make things up, look what's going on in the chat, and draw from it. And I'll just, no telling what I might do. You all tell me. I was going to get here, I'm drawing Vikings and Bippy Boyer and kitties and dogs. Jennifer's Bip and dog. I guess I should draw Jennifer back here. My friend Marguerite tells me she just had a lot of wind. Billy Morgan was they're out of power all day long. For better drawing of Jennifer, go check out her Solo Travel Girl page. You're not sure what state you're in? And really, what Minnesota has two parts, doesn't it? You might want to check your driver's license occasionally. No telling what might be on there. Jennifer cheering on her. Well, how's that? That's the first half hour. I was going to pencil some things, but I was on the phone nonstop here since I was talking to Dennis and Hope. Well, after 45 years, you kind of get the hang of it after a while. For me, it's not that I draw, it's that I think, that I read. My mother taking my sister and I to the Orlando Public Library every week. I'm a voracious reader. Oh, so I was about to talk. I need to read comics more since I draw so much involving comics. I hate comics. So I try to read one of these awful My Little Pony things. Came up on that Amazon's Prime. Andrew, you got me all using that thing. So I started it back in September or August, and just awful. When I finally last night with I finished up a 87th Precinct book, and I thought, I was looking down to see what book to go to next, and I saw that Little Pony thing was still sitting there, so I went ahead and finished it. What, just awful. Well, first of all, it's recent. It came out recently. There's part of the problem. Poorly written, poorly illustrated, bad storytelling. Bad storytelling. Hey, Mal, do you know who Tyrone Exington is? Tyrone Exington, Minnesota. Dear friend Greg Gray. I was just finding some old pictures from my second wedding with Sandra, and there's Greg in there. He was um, Brainerd, Minnesota. That's where he. I wish he hadn't. Kind of wish. I know he was taking care of his mother, but I kind of wish he hadn't made that trip. He never got back this way. He was such good. He was so good at drawing. My God, he was the only artist I like to watch draw because I don't like art stuff. Greg wore a beret. His last years, he had a big old beard that started off dark. Wedding pictures, he still had dark hair. He has that Minnesota build. You know, he was kind of a big, blocky Swede, big guy. There's Greg. I'll put without the beard. Oh wow, he could draw. He'd take charcoal. He could make it sing. If y'all have heard me say that too many times, I apologize. I'll say it again. He was drawing some while I was in Brainerd. But people don't appreciate it anymore. Again, people used to line up, watch us draw, and they don't do it. Young people today are just not well educated. They don't understand or appreciate skill, ability to build up, to really have great knowledge of how to accomplish things. They think everything's got to be on a keyboard. Keyboard monkeys. You got to do better than that. You got to do better than that. Oh, the second time I'm referring to a caricaturist. That's strange. You know, I only have, I think, two artists on my, now that I've started this new Facebook page, only two artists. Everybody else is in history or politics. And one's Tom Stiglish, and the other is, our friend Teresa Farrington, who's yet to join us over here yet. And Greg was a big guy. Well, tell me more about y'all. Give me some grist to mill here. Yeah. I was Dennis. If you're still here, I was showing these. I was going to pass on these two Lost. I'm not a fan of Lost in Space, but I just think they're so neat. I'm going to hang on to them for right now, I think. But these are both pretty neat. Talking keychain. So this would need new batteries. Both of these are about 20, 25 years old. And then this is a Johnny Lightning again. Very neat. Still in the box. Good shape, but I think I'm just going to hang on to them for right now. I'll probably give them to you down the road. Greg would have a big caricature sign. Yeah. You grow garlic in upstate New York. Well, good. Thank you. I like the movie. I like Big Trouble in Little China. Okay. So you're Keith. Wow, am I having problems with names today? Goldie Hawn's guy. Hold on. I'm about to spell something. Gotta stop. He always had a big caricature sign. He always had like things hanging from the easel. Yeah, the instant gratification thing's preposterous, but because that means you're going to get the lesser of things. You can't get the most. And you being actually a relatively younger person yourself, River Dolphin, or whoever you are. that's a And I do plan on, because it's Inktober, and I would suggest taking advantage, Alice, of that. It's Inktober, so you can draw things and post. You don't have to post it on YouTube. You post it wherever you want, but get yourself drawing every single day. Every single day. Yeah, I don't remember. It had a bunch of Chinese people in it, I think. James Hong, I think, was in it, who's still with us. That's wonderful. James Hong's 90, I think he's 95, still working. In the I saw that book that one place is selling is one of the Nero Wolfe books. Oh well, not no. I'm actually thinking Charlie Chan. The Charlie Chan TV series in the 1950s. Hong played the number one son. It's pretty neat. Now here he is, 90 something, and still doing stuff. Good week stay. That is the key to living long. I don't think I can draw James Hong. I'm trying to think how to do the Chinese thing. I know somebody was wearing the. Well, seeing what you wrote, Oz, I think I further think you'll like the Jack Ham book. I think some younger people would probably find something offensive about it. I don't know why. It doesn't seem to matter much. Breathe the wrong way and you're offended. I've been in politics for 40 years. Hard to offend me. I've been through a lot, let me tell you. And I will be passing that Velociraptor over to you, Dennis. Oh, well, that'd be fun to add to this. I was going to do I mentioned Dragon. I forgot all about it. My memory can be a little Swiss cheesy. You think it's going to fly off? What the? Really? I mean, I admit some hesitation. That is a nifty little thing, but I don't need that. I don't need this lost in. I should just give you. You may find that lost in space inside the container anyway. I think they should both be sold together. Dennis has helped, or River Dolphin is helping me sell things on eBay, which I've been trying to do for a very long time, which is why I have so much stuff. By the way, I'm not against giving advice, drawing advice, or whatever here. I don't think a formal class is needed anymore, though. There's just no want of it. I mean, there's no reason. Even look at manga today. It's all the same. It's just the same eyes, same face, same head, same That My Little Pony thing I got myself through somehow. It's just all the same thing, and there's no character. Their only differentiation of character is because of a color, or a hat. There's no character actually involved. There's no interaction. There's no depth to any of it. There's no story. I mean, I'm not even quite sure what the story was. So I gave it 2 out of 10 stars. It was a lot of effort. It's a combination of apparently of a whole bunch of issues. It's certainly different than hold it. I can do better. Well, I'm about to say something when I can better demonstrate that. Hold on, give me a minute. Right. These comics right here have more depth than what I saw in My Little Pony. And their stories may only be 5 or 6 pages. A good story should not be extremely long. And today I see them going on and on and on. These stories might be 5, 6, 7 pages. Now they were doing that for certain purposes. And also the artwork here is a zillion times better. It was very hard to read in My Little Pony. Color choices were horrendous. Layout of the pages made no sense. Actually, if you look at this, there's actually a layout here. Note how his nose comes across here. This orange box helps, which comes down here, it goes down and comes back up again. There's a box going on here. Or you can try the shortcut and there's a box. I'm not even studying these. I'm noticing this because I know my stuff. But again, I'm sure we're going to watch this. Whoop, 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 all the way around. How to tell a story. Get the eyes to move. You can looking here and you're going back around again. So that's how you draw the objects. The ear's in a bad place. My putting that Viking was in a bad place. So while I'm drawing here, I'm thinking, okay, I need to connect this a little bit. I'm not sure how yet, but I'm thinking about all that when I'm drawing. How does it connect? Is the story being told? I'm just going to make all that dark. Suddenly his head pops up. See how that works? Yeah, think about these things. Yeah. Well, no, yeah, true, but just yeah, I think that's the newer. Yeah, it's the newer My Little Pony. It's something. It came out because it was through Amazon, so it was a collection that just came out. But it doesn't. It really should have been black and white. The color completely threw things because the color's poorly used because there's too much of it. Color is overcoming. See, note how good this looks. This looks good because the color isn't overcoming. You can still see the black line. You can still see what's going on. Today they would have used a very dark gray here and a very dark pink here, and this red. This would have been more red than orange. No, no, no. Back off the color. Color doesn't tell the story. If you're drawing, it's drawing, not color. If you want to do color, then take away the black lines and try to do it that way, though that doesn't work. But it's a thought. Same true here. Notice how this is even better use of color because the blue, notice how everything has its place to tell the story. It's not hard, but it's not being done in comics today. And funny, so how they get around it, how they try to justify what they're doing. Oh, that's old-fashioned. No, telling a story is telling a story. Shakespeare was doing it 500 years ago. We're do it today. Yeah, there's a lot. Yeah, I noticed that they're doing these little placard things as you go into some of the markers for the Facebook pages. They've got all these colors and it's dark and it's hard to see and you don't know what the hell it is. And they're all doing it. So it's hard to see. I know they're trying to get attention, but what they're really doing is because they tend to use dark colors, which is not how you get attention to anything. You have to understand how to balance the light and the dark. Colors are, it's not a strength of mine. I certainly admit that. Greg almost never worked in color. It was always with charcoals. He like I was not a fan of color, and yet before tonight is over, I'll be adding color to this. This is going to be made available on Christmas cards and a whole bunch of things, and I plan on having it done by the weekend. That's the plan. And again, I draw because I read a lot. I've read 100 I slowed down a little bit, but I'm at 118 books for this year so far. Okay, what else are we talking about? We're talking about My Little Pony. I'm going to do that. I don't know. I like the idea of cute things. I love cute things. Love them. And that's why I draw happy animals. I love drawing happy animals for children because there's nowhere else they're going to see them. Yeah, I'll just draw a horse. A Jack Davisy horse. That's a good idea. Also, their horses don't look like ponies nor horses. I mean, that's fine, but I rarely find a comic being well done today. In fact, maybe 1% over 10 years. I've found it's very rare. Go read Will Eisner's Spirit. There you go. That's good storytelling, great stories. Give him a saddle. I don't know why. Means I should then give him a bridle. There we go. What are we doing with time? As Andrea's still here, she's been very quiet. And if you want to promote something, if you go, feel free to do it. Andrea's got the voice of hope. Hardest critter to. If you're going to start to draw, do not start with a horse. You're going to get angry. You're going to say, "I can't draw. I'll never be able." You're right, because you don't start with a horse. Horse is the hardest critter to draw. Something dumb I did in junior high school. At Robert E. Lee Junior High School, I tried to do a sculpture of a horse, because it was a challenge. And really, Del Seaman should have told me no, but he didn't. And I got me frustrated. Kind of got me away from clay. By golly, by gum. Yeah, so put your time. The more you invest, whatever you invest your time in, expect results. Whatever your age is, the older you are, the less time you should be putting into new things. Keep doing what you've been doing. Do what you do good, because your time factor is so important to recognize. It's a mistake a lot of people make. I seriously wanted to take up banjo the last few years, and it just was pointing out, what are you kidding me? I think it was Trisha Kirby who said, "What are you kidding me? Here you are. You're going to suddenly take off into something else when you're having trouble getting work in the other things, or even needing work." She was right. What else have we been talking about here? Something or other. I don't know. I'm just going to draw a monkey. So tomorrow I'm going to need to do the Orlando Christmas star, or a Santa and his reindeer, or his alligators, which is actually a picture I've already got, but I'm going to do a special one just for the Orange County History Museum. Actually, I was going to learn the banjo ukulele, George Formby, because I've actually trained a bit with a banjo, but at my age, what am I doing? So I'm concentrating on getting my books done, except for all this other stuff I keep getting myself into. So I'm just at it. I'm just having energy issues, because I haven't been pushing myself since after the big move. Dennis, I think Andrea recognizes it. Andrea responded. Maybe she left. She may be having dinner. Am I still going? Okay. Whoa, wait, why is this behind? Oh, I'm not even at my live. I don't really. I don't really watch a lot of I don't even watch animation. If I was, I'm a huge fan of Looney Tunes. I do not like Disney at all. One reason why Dennis is going to continue to found a box of Disney stuff. I don't know how I got it, because I hate Disney. Have since I was little. I still do. Always have. I don't like it. Never have. I love sarcasm. I love the Marx Brothers. I love good wit. My favorite writers are those who write with great wit. Dorothy Parker. Dorothy Parker has had the direct opposite view of mine politically. But what a brilliant writer. Robert Benchley, S.J. Perlman, George Kaufman. There was a little group called the Algonquin Roundtable, and except for Perlman, they were all part of it. Brilliant, brilliant people. Love that. I think I'll draw this monkey dancing, so got to make sure I don't draw the same legs going the same direction. So books, yes. Animated, if you want. I don't know. Looney Tunes. I'm back to saying it, repeating myself. Or maybe some of the Hanna-Barbera stuff. I've tried running some of that while I'm working, but I usually I run a lot of material from the UK. As I was just talking about George Formby, helped win the World War II. All his antics. I'm not. I don't. I mean, I'm holding on to this wacky races car wherever I put it. Oh, I know where it is. Penelope Pit Stop. But I think I tried watching one of those cartoons and I couldn't. So why am I holding on to this car? Well, I'm holding on to it for now. I had a dog named Muttley. I'm not gonna. I don't like taking other people's. But of course, known for the. He wore a hat. I can't remember what the hat was. I'll just draw a dog. I think when you read books and stories and you read them and read them and read them, you want to you get an idea of how stories go, beginning, middle, end, the body of the plot, and then how to move the characters from beginning to end, and what to do with them, and the fun you can have. One of my favorite writers is Jack Douglas, generally unknown today. Just a great. I started reading when I was in junior high school. Something else I did. I believe I started reading Jack Douglas though after I tried. I mean, before. Yeah, it was after I did that horse thing. But I know it was sometime because I was asked to do. Our class was as with Missy Busby because she had a same teacher, Mrs. Weiner. She had us write a paper on a famous novel, and my novel was White Fang. I ended up writing I wrote an entire parody of White Fang involving the dog and ice cream trucks and not wanting to go get in the race, wanting instead I forget why I guess he was going to get ice cream or something. Get what I was having him do. Something silly. And Mrs. Weiner wasn't overly appreciative of it because she took it all very seriously. Very serious lady, Mrs. Weiner was. But I ended up doing something similar when I was in high school, doing writing papers. I ended up doing comic books of the papers, but it was all making fun of it all. We need to make fun of things. We need to laugh at ourselves. We take too much too seriously. We only get to live a little while. Let's have some fun. That includes making fun of others. That's perfectly fine. And if they get angry, that's because they don't understand how it is to laugh. It's good to laugh. That's why when I was growing up, I grew up on Bob Hope and Bing Crosby films and the Marx Brothers. There we are with them again. Because then I started reading all about them and reading the writers who wrote those films. That gets back to George S. Kaufman and S.J. Perlman, who wrote a bunch of the Marx Brothers, which has me spend a lot of time involving humor because I find things funny. Or as my friend Steve Gar the Ghoul says, life is funny, be funny back. All right, so you see how I tied all this together? This little film thing kind of throws things a little bit, but everything goes in a circle here. Video froze. Why? Oh, poo. Sorry, my battery's dying. Is it 8 o'clock? 9 o'clock, I mean? Oh, yeah, almost. Yeah, my battery's down. I'm currently watching a cartoon called My Life as a Teenage Robot, and that came out in you like 2003, or it came out in 2000? I'm not sure. I used to watch it as a kid, and I came back to it recently. So you were a kid in 2003, and now it's yeah. Well, I don't know what that is. I have no idea what My Life is. Teenage Robot. Never heard of it. Dennis, have you heard of it? So your copy. Let's see what I can find out now because you got. I've got what I call my kitty curiosity. Enter, enter. There it is. See look at how simple this is. It's too simple. It does. It just. There's nothing to the characters. Why can't there be more? There's no. It's just. And yeah, it's very manga-ish. I just wish there was more. See, what's great about the Warner Brothers that when Chuck Jones or Robert McKimmons and all were drawing, they were drawing full figures that were moving. You saw the whole hand move. It wasn't just. Well, I mean, Hanna Barbera was also doing. That's why I'm not. That's where I have my problem. But they had great characters. Huckleberry Hound is a great character. Yogi Bear is a great character. I notice these type of characters these days are pretty much empty vessels. There's nothing much to them. They're very superficial. Not that you would. It's not that they would tell you the depth, but you would know it because you know the character. You shouldn't have to. They should, if the cartoon, or if any story is telling you what the character is, then they're failing in their writing. They shouldn't have to do that. You should just know it. It's something to know. Like here, you might get if you and part of it is that you create who the character is. They don't, but you see enough of it that you start to know who that is. See, that's what's wrong. There's a lot of this political stuff, political correctness. Oh, I have to say this is this and this is that and this is that. No, you don't. That's called bad writing. Good writing is you figure it out. Something else that Greg always did was add a bird and the bird. If you all want, you can send me some of your artwork. I'll be glad to look it over. I admit I'm a very honest critiquer. I don't. I found the greatest teachers I have had are the ones who are honest and really straightforward, and I will do that. But if I think you're doing really well, I'll tell you that too. And I've worked with many. I've helped try to do more with what they're able to do. As Andrea knows with Tabitha Cornelius, I think Tabitha's a great cartoonist. She just doesn't want to pursue it further. But I've given her a lot of good advice. It's up to her. You got to take it. All right, so this is Inktober. 10/10. Tomorrow's 10/11. Tomorrow, so a couple things tomorrow. I need to be working on either the Santa of the Alligators and or the Christmas Star in downtown Orlando. One of those two. But I'll also be doing a happy birthday to a little fellow, not so little. He's 30 years old tomorrow, Jacob. But that's another thing entirely. All right, thank you very much for being here. I'm going to go ahead and split the scenery here at Bugsy Beanery. If you would like to ask questions, or if you'd like to send me some artwork to look over, I'd be glad to help you with that. If you want to come back and ask me questions, feel free. I could show some techniques here. I could have done that, I guess, too. Look, this isn't good. I need to make sure that stands out more. There we go. All right. No, I'm critiquing my own work from the 2000. I would suggest taking that time period, setting it aside, and go back another 50, 60, 70 years and look at what was being done. I hate Disney, but that was great. Great. There was good story. I just wish they would. I wish there was any inventiveness in Disney. They basically took other people's stories, rewrote them to sell, to make money, and didn't bother to create anything much on their own. Really. And that's unfortunate. I mean, yes, Mickey Mouse was original in a sense, and Goofy and all that, but all those films were all from somebody who actually wrote them better than what Disney did. Um, but all the Warner Brothers cartoons, the Hanna Barbera has just had some outstanding characters. Sometimes they get repetitive, but even with like was it the cat and the two mice, Pixie and Dixie. That's it. Great little characters working, and then Snagglepuss and all that. They're great. And Top Cat. I think Top Cat's great because it's not just Top Cat, but they had to create characters of all the rest of the cats, and I think that was great. Well done. Well done. The policeman's kind of a standard Hanna-Barbera character, but nice stuff. They only rewrite. There you go. Dolphin wrote it there. Rewrite. It was most all of it was rewriting. It was poorly done, frankly. It sold, but that's all they cared about was making money, not about writing good stories. I find a lot of it trite and come on, guys. And plus, you're telling someone else's story, and you don't give them credit. Hans Christian Andersen's not to be found in Little Mermaid. How can you not have Hans Christian Andersen? All the great stories Hans Christian Andersen wrote, and you don't even give him the time of day? That's the kind of dirtbag that the Disney and that whole corporation is. I could go on for hours about it. I won't. I'll stop. Okay. But yeah, thanks. So go look. Go, and that includes comics. Look at older. Look for The Spirit by Will Eisner. The Spirit by Will Eisner. That is the best comic work that I believe has ever been done. I'm typing it real quick, and then I gotta go. Eisner. The Spirit by Will Eisner. And he has some great books on how to draw comics. The best book, they're little, well, you're good age, Mal, for that. Actually, you're the correct age. Oh, do I have those handy? I may not. I have copies of The Spirit. A lot of Spirit stuff. I'm a big fan. People think I'm Pogo, but I'm really No, those books are going to cost you a few bob. But this is The Spirit by Will Eisner. There's Will Eisner. He lived here in Florida his last years in Tamarack. Been to his home. Nice guy. He's just an incredible comic book storyteller. Just the best. Oh, all right, I'll stop. All right, thank you all for being here. Please like this if you would. I'd appreciate it. Please like this. And if you want, come back tomorrow. I should be back tomorrow at 8 o'clock. I'm trying to do Inktober every day. I'll post this over on my blog and wherever else you may find this. And thank you for being here, being a part of things. I'll see you next time. And let's do a little. Oh, great. You want a great TV program? Minder. It's a UK program. Minder. There is a great. This is actually, it stars Dennis Waterman and George Cole. It just doesn't get better than that. The Americans tried it. Nothing's better than the Minder's just brilliant. It's about a con artist, basically a con artist, and his minder. Take care. Talk to y'all later. Bye.